The Pokemon franchise is a series of games that is very important to me. I have played Pokemon since I was a child. I mean, there's just a special place in my heart for the games and for like, the different Pokemon and stuff. And in recent years, especially since the game switched to 3D on the 3DS, you've noticed a significant dip in quality of the games, whether it be, lack of features, lack of Pokemon. It seems like in recent years they've kind of, in some cases, cut corners to, appease the fan base in certain ways, just enough to get by, basically. And to a degree, it's because Pokemon is, I believe, the largest and most profitable like franchise. Like I think it makes more money than like Star Wars, just like with the different toys, the animated games. So they want to come out with a game every year or as close to every year as possible. Seems like every game is like one step forward. Maybe they'll add open world elements like in Sword and Shield with the wild area and the DLC. But then they'll take like another 5 steps back with like taking out Pokemon, and like the graphics are still like look like they're from the N64 or something. And unfortunately, it seems like it's happening with their newest game that comes out in less than 2 weeks, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I will say that game does look like it has some redeeming qualities. I'm definitely going to get it because it does seem like they've taken some big creative steps. But with every step forward, you take a step back, like classic Pokemon, and it appears there's no trainer battles in the game whatsoever. Now it does fit with like kind of the narrative of the game and how it's like in the past, but still it kind of seems like they're just explaining away one of the core features of the game. Now I know Legends Arceus is probably more like a spin-off and more like we're gonna just try something. That's why we released the Diamond and Pearl remakes like 2 months ago. So I don't want to be too critical of that game. I'm more so criticizing the mainline games. I think there's a few things that if they added would actually turn the entire franchise around and like would not have people like me looking to other JRPGs. I mean, this is something I've never done in my entire life, but like I've started playing other JRPGs just to like try out the genre and see like what else is out there. And I've found them to be way higher quality than Pokemon. So I'm gonna go through 4 things that I think could save the Pokemon franchise. First thing, add difficulty modes. This one like actually blows my mind that it isn't a thing in the game. The reason they don't do it is because they always say that they want it to be kid friendly. There's nothing more kid friendly than an easy mode. Like you don't have to make the whole game easy mode. You could just like put the game on easy mode and then give like a normal mode and a hard mode or like a very hard mode for more experienced players. I believe they did this in Black and White too. I haven't played those games since they came out. Yeah, I believe there was a hard mode in that game, but it just seems like it would not be that difficult to do. All you would have to do is add like make the trainer battles a little bit more difficult and make like the trainers like more like just make the trainers smarter basically, and that would be like a huge like difficulty curve to the game. So like make them more likely to have potions or something like that, or make them more likely to swap out for type disadvantages, kind of like what the player does. Just seems like that's not something they really do that much in the game, other than occasionally. Second thing, like seriously, the effort in the story is just so low. It just blows my mind how low the effort of the story is in every single game. It's like they made a template for red, blue, and yellow, and they have copied and pasted it for like 20 years now. It blows my mind. Just like you can do something else. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing every time. I mean, we've only gotten one mainline game that didn't have 8 gyms, which was Sun and Moon. You could do more stuff like that, see what happens, see if the fan base likes it. Now, I will say that's something with Legends Arceus that they appear to have been doing. So I will give credit where credit is due. I do appreciate that their main team is like has been afforded the effort or has been afforded the opportunity to actually do something unique. The third thing is online and social features. This just like blows my mind that this kind of stuff like peaked back on like the Game Boy Advance and the Nintendo DS. How do we not have the best online and social features at this point in the series? Yeah, you could like see other trainers in the wild area, But like I just always turn it off because my game went from running at 30 FPS, which is already not great, to like 10 FPS because there was a bunch of trainers out there and it was just laggy. Like how did we lose secret bases, for example? Like I mean, it seems like such a trivial thing, but I mean, it was kind of cool to be able to like acquire different like furniture or like Pokemon statues or like Pokemon plush dolls, I think was a big thing in like Emerald and stuff. Like, how did we lose that? Like, why would they take something away where they could have just added exactly how it was in previous games and, added a few things and like I would have loved it. Like, I loved that stuff, like being able to like go to your friend's secret base and like battle them, like that's awesome. Another thing, this is just like a random idea I had. Why don't we just take the battle frontier? I know that Nintendo or the Pokemon company and Game Freak love to not include that in the game. Like I think we can all agree that they like to tease it and then not actually put it in the game. I don't get it. Everybody loves it, everybody's begging for it, but whatever. Why don't we take that, actually put it in the game first, and then from there we could just make that like an MMO type area. Like you can see other people walking around, you can like walk up to people and battle them or something like that. You could have your secret base. Like my idea for secret bases, so in the battle frontier you have a hotel, and in the hotel you have your own room and you get to decorate your room. And for anybody on your friends list, you see their room like on the same floor as you, so you can go and like battle them whenever. Like how did I come up with that in like 5 minutes? And Nintendo and Game Freak and Pokemon Company just like choose to not include things that like it doesn't even have to be just like that. Like they could put in like the underground or something like that, and like people would just eat it up. I just don't understand why it's not in the game, like in any form. Okay, last thing, just stop coming out with a game every year. I know that we like missed a year because of Sword and Shield DLC, so technically we didn't get a game for 2 years. But like, let's be honest, either Diamond and Pearl or Legends Arceus got delayed by a year because of COVID. Like they're coming out within 2 months of each other. But like, just take some more time, please. The games, there's no excuse for the games to look as bad as they do graphically. I know the Switch is like worse hardware than what else is out there on the market. Like if you look at Mario, like Mario Odyssey, which came out in 2017, it makes Pokemon Company look like a bunch of like college aged kids who threw together a fan game or something like that. Which again, no disrespect, because I know that it's not their fault ultimately, because they're on a release window. Like they've got to pump out the games. Like that's their job for the company. It's not up to the developers. But just give it another year or two, and the games will probably look more like a Mario game and more like a Zelda and stuff like that rather than a Nintendo 64 game. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. I would really like it if the Pokemon games and franchise could be saved and turned around. There's a number of things they also could do, like adding a Nuzlocke mode, stuff like that, to improve difficulty. There's a lot of stuff I didn't touch on. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. How could they save Pokemon? I would love for the franchise to not turn into kids only, which it kind of is right now. But, I guess we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.